Hey,
What's up?
what's up? What's up?
How are you?
Good, good. How you doing?
What are you up to?
Same old,
Yeah,
know.
I'm Adri,
Rob,
and this is the Adri and Rob show.
that's right. Welcome everybody.
Let's kick it.
Let's kick it. Let's talk real. Let's
Let's
talk it
talk.
up. Let's just get into
Let's get into it.
it. What's your
Let's talk about ourselves.
all right. What could we say?
Where are you
You start.
from? Where are you from, Rob?
I was actually born in Bellflower, but raised in Whittier.
Okay.
Raised in Whittier.
I didn't know you were born in Bellflower.
Yes, yes. Just
Okay,
born in a
Belle.
hospital in Bellflower.
Okay, period.
But raised in Whittier. And you? And you?
I was born in East LA
Nice. Okay, I didn't know that.
at
I didn't know
the Santa Marta Hospital. I don't think it exists anymore.
that. Okay, I was gonna say I'm familiar with that one.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I grew up in Whittier. I
Okay,
grew up
okay.
in Boyle Heights a little bit when, very early on, and then
Okay.
we moved to Whittier.
Okay. That's how we met each other.
Yeah, we met. How old were we? Like 10?
No, like 13 or 14.
Oh, yeah, like 13. It was like summer
Going to-
school
yeah,
to going
going
to
to-
high school.
yes,
So we were like 13,
yes,
14.
Yes, yeah.
Like right before freshman year.
Right
We
when
were
all
so
the
shy.
crazy stuff started.
Yeah, all the crazy stuff.
Damn.
Well, tell me about your family. Like, what's your background?
So I did grow up actually in a single mom home.
Okay, so just your mom.
Me and my mom and
Mostly?
my sister.
Okay, but
That was
did you have a relationship with your dad?
I did have a relationship with my dad, but he was actually incarcerated for the beginning of the beginning of my life, I would say,
Okay.
as a kid. So yeah, he wasn't around too much in the beginning. So yeah, again, being in a single family home, just me and my sister. I do have brothers from my dad's
Your dad's
from
side?
my dad's side. I do have brothers, yes.
Do you keep in touch?
Yeah, we do keep in touch here and there. Here and
Okay.
there, yeah. We kind of grew up separately, so.
Yeah. Closer
But-
to your sister?
Yeah, definitely, 100% closer. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Are you
up
close
my
with your
sister.
mom?
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%. My mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my world right there.
Yeah. Okay. Shout out to your mom.
My first love, right? My
Love-
first
love
first love of my
that.
life right there. That's my mom.
Love that. So sweet.
Yes, yes.
Oh, that's really cool.
And you, what's your family dynamic?
My family dynamic is crazy. I didn't realize that I was in a blended family till I was like around 5 or 6.
Oh, okay.
And when I realized like my brother wouldn't call my dad, he would call him by his first name. And I just was like, why don't you call him dad? And isn't he your dad? And my brother would be like, yeah, but I like to call him like by his name. Like he never really told me like, oh, he's not my dad. So my parents met here in LA. My mom's from Guatemala and my dad is Mexican.
Okay.
And they met here. Fun fact, my mom actually went on a date with my uncle, my dad's brother. And that's how she met my dad. She
That's
was friends with my
crazy.
dad's sister. And she was
Okay.
like, oh, I got 5 brothers. Like, you're going to like one of them.
She said, "Take a pic."
Yeah,
take
take a pic. Like, I got 5 brothers, girl. We're going to go dancing. Pick the one
There
you
go.
like.
She said one of
They're
them has
nice.
to work.
One of them, you'll like one.
Right,
and yeah,
right.
sure enough, she liked my dad.
Nice.
Yeah, so my mom actually, she was married before in Guatemala.
Okay.
And she left her first husband, like on some movie
What?
shit. Like,
Stop.
yeah, he
Novela.
was trying to kill her.
What?
Yeah.
Oh shit! She said, "I gotta."
We
get
might
the
as
hell
well
out
get
of
into
here."
it. Yeah, he was trying to kill her. Like, he was literally like beating her ass one day, like he always did. And my mom said that she just started praying. Like, she felt like, okay, he's gonna kill me right now. Like, and she just
That's
crouched down and started praying. And when she started praying, that he started cursing her out, but backing up until she was in her room and she was like this, like in the corner of the room, and he just started backing up. And my mom said until he touched the back of the bed, he literally fell back on the bed and knocked the fuck out.
Oh shit!
And she grabbed her kids. I have 3
And she
brothers,
was
three older brothers, and at the time my youngest brother was like 3 years old.
Oh, okay.
And the oldest one must have been like 12.
Okay.
Like 11 or 12, and she grabbed them and dipped. So
Right.
this is in Guatemala.
Right.
And my mom's family was in Honduras.
Okay.
Like my grandma and my grandpa, her parents were in Guatemala, but my grandma's family, because she was born in Honduras, was
Okay.
in Honduras.
Okay. Okay.
And my mom's cousin was in the military in Honduras.
Oh shit!
And I think in
Damn.
Honduras they actually don't have a president. It's like a military state ran
Oh.
country where like
Okay.
the military runs the country.
Right. Right.
But the military came like a thief in the night and picked up my mom.
What?
Yes, and my mom told me
Oh,
this story
shit.
where like her ex was looking for her and he kidnapped my grandpa, her dad.
What?
And my
That's
grandpa, when he
wild.
was, my grandpa was, so my grandpa is 100% indigenous Mayan
Okay.
from Guatemala. Like he spoke dialect. He was born with one arm.
What?
Yeah, so he
Wow.
he only had half like a little arm. I don't know
Okay.
what type of life his mom had while she
Right.
was
Right.
pregnant, but he was
Okay.
just born like that.
Right,
And
right.
even though he was born with just one arm, he was a businessman. He had a
Nice.
photo studio, and
Okay.
they were like, not super rich, but they were like wealthy, and they had,
Okay.
they had their coin.
Right. Right.
They
right.
had their stuff going on, and my grandma was also a hustler, and they hustled, and they had a
Nice,
lot.
nice,
So
nice.
like my mom never worked in Guatemala.
What?
Yeah, she like never
Okay,
had a job or
okay.
anything. Like she was always just like
A
a
housewife?
like a home body person
Okay,
girl, like
okay.
a lady of the house.
Okay. 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 Cool. Cool.
Yeah, and like not in like some rinka-dink house, like in like a nice house. So when
Damn.
she left all of that in Guatemala and she came here, she had never worked before. She was 35, and when she came here, she had to work for the first time,
Nice.
and she didn't speak English.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Your
And like,
mom
and she met
speaks
the
very little
yeah.
English.
Well, now she speaks English, but like
Yeah.
with an accent.
Right, right, right,
But
right.
like at that time, she didn't speak any English, and she told me she got a job at McDonald's. And that the manager was mean to her and they would tell her like, oh, one of the things you have to do is like water the grass, and they didn't tell her how to turn the sprinklers on, so she was like watering the grass with a bucket like by hand. And then
sucks.
somebody that worked there saw her doing that and was like, oh, like let me teach you how to turn the sprinkler on. So
Right.
next time they tell you, just turn them on.
Right, right.
And she was like, oh, okay. So like he
That's
taught her that, and then the next time
crazy.
the manager was like, oh, go water the grass. She's like, okay, and flip the sprinkler on. That the manager looked at her like, what? Like, how did this bitch find out how to turn the fucking sprinkler on?
She said, I'm gonna work smart, not hard.
Yeah, my mom
Nice.
said that she lived in this area, and back then, I mean, this area's in LA, and like, it was considered very hood back then. It kind of could be considered very hood now, but like it was like a little studio apartment, and
okay.
it was just her and my two brothers at the time, because the oldest brother decided he was gonna stay with his dad.
Oh, okay.
Because he was like so my mom was like, what do you want to do? And my brother, the oldest one, he was like, yeah, I'm going to stay with my dad.
That's
I need to take
crazy.
care of my dad.
Okay, okay.
So he stood back and took care of his dad.
That's
and he didn't see my
crazy.
mom again until he turned 18.
What?
And his dad wouldn't buy him a ticket to come visit.
Oh, damn. That's.
He made him save up his own money.
What?
Yes.
You want to see your mom? You're gonna
You
take
say,
yourself.
yeah, you're going to take your own
That's
self.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But once my mom got here, she felt safe. She was like, he can't get me here. Like, if he
Right.
comes here, he can't come beat my ass here.
Right,
Because he
right.
go to jail.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right. Okay, okay. I like that she felt safe here.
She felt safe
good.
here, and
Your
she made
mom's
her
cool.
life.
I love
Yeah.
her. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. I feel
Dang.
bad when my brothers, I haven't really, when I talk to my brother, because my brother, the youngest one, we're going to refer to him as my little brother, even though he's my older brother. He's my little older brother. He doesn't remember a lot, but he had to walk across the desert and cross the Rio Grande. Like, because in Guatemala, their dad had a lot of money. So what he did was he put like a hold on their passport. So my mom couldn't get their passport. So when the military came from Honduras to pick up my mom and they took her to Honduras, and then the dad like kidnapped my grandpa. I didn't even finish telling you guys that story. He kidnapped my grandpa and he tied him up and was, oh my God, he was putting cigarettes out on his skin for him to tell him where my mom was.
Damn, that's crazy. That's brutal right there for sure. That's damn.
And that's when my mom really committed to the plot of leaving
Getting,
for real.
Yeah,
So from
getting
Honduras,
out, getting up and
they
getting
went
out.
to Mexico. They flew to Mexico.
Okay.
And then from Mexico, my mom had a visa, like she had papers, but my little brothers couldn't get papers at the time because their dad was like, somebody kidnapped my kids.
Okay. Kind of had them on hold.
Yeah, I kind of had them on hold. So my mom had to literally sneak them over.
Damn.
So she handed over her 2 little boys to some coyotes, and they were like 10 grand ahead.
That's
so my
crazy.
grandparents had coins. So my grandpa gave her money, and my grandma like negotiated and was like, yeah, you guys get half the money now and half the money when we get the kids in LA. So, but if my grandma hadn't said that, like, who knows? They could have kidnapped my brothers or like sold them, trafficked them. Who knows?
That sucks. Because the extent that people had to go. One, unfortunately, people are still, that still exists today, but just the extreme that people have to do to get somewhere safe.
Just to get somewhere safe. So
for themselves and their family, that's the things that people have to do. That's crazy.
So my middle brother, we're gonna refer to him as M. M is crazy. M remembers crossing the border. M was old enough to remember and M as an adult is that dude.
Okay.
He is that dude. He is that dude. Boss. That brother of mine, he has a helicopter. He has an airplane. Nice. I think he has another, like a 2-passenger helicopter also.
That's crazy.
Where my nephew is the helicopter pilot.
Okay.
And he has like a construction company and like made something of himself from dirt, coming from nothing, coming from crossing the border as a like 6 or 7-year-old little child. Like he made a whole life.
Exactly. He turned all that around.
He turned all of that around.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and he decided to go back to Guatemala. So my 2 oldest brothers now as adults live in Guatemala and have their lives in Guatemala.
Okay.
And then my little brother and my mom live in Colorado now.
Okay. Colorado, good state to live in.
Colorado.
Been there once, liked it, loved it.
It's crazy though. I could go so deep into like all of that stuff. There's a lot to tell.
True. There is. That was crazy. So wait, you didn't finish saying about your dad's one, how they married here in LA.
Oh, okay. So they met and stuff. My dad came on I think he came with like a work visa to the fields.
Okay.
And then this was like in the 80s, and I think it must have been like 85 or 86, and then around 90s. Or like, no, before I was born. So in the late 80s, they opened an amnesty and my mom put paperwork for everybody. So when they put my mom like got a lawyer and she was working like 2-3 jobs and she put every money for her and all my brothers, even my grandma, like she put paperwork for everybody. And my dad already had put in his paperwork too and got his papers too. So that's how they like got the ball rolling on that.
Okay.
Like she didn't play.
Right.
She's like, I'm here, they're opening it. Like now my grandma was like, here's the money.
Get it in order.
Yeah, get it in order. Like my grandma gave her money and then she was working too at the time. So like they put everything, and then she met my dad and then they had me. And then they got married.
Okay.
And then we lived in East LA for a bit. I remember we lived like in a back house or something, and then my parents bought a house in Whittier.
Okay.
And then we were living in Whittier.
Nice.
Yeah, Whittier was so nice. I remember when I was little, the first thing my dad did was like get me a dog.
Stop. Is that where Jay came in?
No, I had another dog. Her name was Niebla. She was like our password dog.
Oh,
she was the password dog for a long time. She was that girl. She literally was the best. She was such a good dog. When she was little, she was so cute. She was like a Chow Chow mixed with German Shepherd.
Okay.
But she was like light tan color. She looked like a golden retriever.
Oh, okay.
And when she was little, she was so cute. And I remember I got her and I went like this and she bit me. She bit my face.
What?
And my dad slapped her and tied her to the tree for like 3 days.
Stop.
And then like afterwards, he like brought her back in the house and she was so chill. She was like, no, not like...
Like so aggressive?
Like in Spanish, it's called amansar. I don't know.
Okay.
Or like he broke her. I don't know.
He broke her out of it?
He broke her out of it, yeah.
Right. Okay.
But after that, when she came back inside and became like our family dog, I feel like she really knew that she was my dog. Because if I was getting in trouble by my dad or something, she would growl. She would get in between us and be like,
not protecting you.
Yeah, she would do her job.
Nice.
And I remember like the neighbors, we would fight. We would always play fight with the neighbors and they would like throw pine cones at us. And I remember one time she got mad because I was crying and she jumped over our fence, which was like an 8-foot fence. And she cleared it and was like in the middle. It was like a movie. I felt like she was like Free Willy, like at the time. You know what I
That's
mean?
right,
For
right,
Free
right,
Willy?
right, right.
Yeah.
That's funny, dude. Wow. Do I remember even going to your quinceañera?
Oh, yeah? I have my quinceañera photo over there.
That's so funny. Good times, good times.
My quinceañera was at Steven's Steakhouse.
Yes, yes. Shout out to Steven Steakhouse.
Yeah. My parents asked me if I wanted a quinceañera or a trip to Europe or a car. And I remember I wanted a Mustang. Oh my God, I wanted a Mustang so bad. And I was like, Dad, I want a Mustang. And my dad's like, yeah, I'll buy you a Mustang. Hell yeah. You don't want to party? My dad's like, hell yeah. Like, oh, and I'll take you to Europe too. Like, and I'm like, hell yeah. So then we go to Mexico to my cousin's 15.
Oh, her quince.
So, and my cousin's 1 year older, and I pull up, and she walks out and every quince I have seen in the U.S. is a white dress so far. Like, all our friends are having their quinces, they're in a white dress, and it looks kind of boring and whack. But I show up to Mexico to my cousin's party.
And it's totally
this
different
bitch
vibe,
got
totally
on a blue dress. A blue dress.
Totally different vibe.
Navy blue dress, and her updo is not curls. Her updo is straight.
Oh, okay.
With like straight like she just looked like literally a porcelain doll. And she was just so beautiful. I've never seen anybody do their 15 like that. And I remember seeing her come out, and I start crying. My aunt's like, "You're so sweet." She's like, "You're so sweet. You're crying for your cousin." I'm like, "No, I want a party."
She said,
I
"No,
want
that's
my own fucking party."
Right,
oh my God. And I look at my dad, and I'm like bawling, and I'm like, I need my own party.
Your dress was like green?
My dress was like turquoise.
Okay, turquoise. There you
like
go.
Turquoise,
I remember
like green,
that.
blue.
Right. It was a really nice color dress.
Yeah.
It was.
It was really pretty.
You started that trend.
The
over
color
here.
dress. Yeah, I brought it to
color dress
like
trend,
our area.
That was like, well, let's not put a date on that, but that was a while
It was
ago.
fun. It was really cute. I remember when I saw that dress, I got it from the store Windsor at the mall.
Okay. Oh, right.
And I remember I saw it, and I had seen like another dress that was like a tie-dye dress, like a rainbow tie-dye, and I was really into rainbow at that time. And I tried it on, and I was like, I like this one. My mom's like, I don't like it. You're too pale. Like, you're too pink in this. And she's like, trust me. And I'm like, you're just hating. And she's like, no, trust me. Like, this is not your color.
Right.
And like, we're looking around, and I turn, and I see this dress, and I'm like, oh my God, that's the dress.
That was the dress.
And they only had one dress in one size, and it was my size.
She said yes to the dress.
So I put it on, and my mom's like, "Call your dad." And I remember the dress was like $500 or $600, and back then, like that was like a lot for like I didn't have I had nice clothes, but I didn't have a dress that was like $500-600.
Right.
And she's like, "Call your dad." And as soon as my dad answered, I don't know, and I didn't cry. Like, I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to call and cry and I'm going to get it. Like, as soon as my dad was like, hello, hearing his hello, the tenderness in his voice telling me hello, how are you? I started, yes, and I started crying immediately. And my dad was like, what's wrong? And I just handed the phone to my mom, and she's like, it's the dress. She found the dress, and he's like, get her the dress now. Get her the dress right now.
Nice.
And that's how I got my dress.
Nice. He was all for it.
He was like immediately, he's like, no, make her stop crying. Like, he just like, and that broke him. But I didn't cry like, oh, I'm going to do it to cry. Like, I actually got emotional to hear my dad ask me, be like, what do you want, baby? And I'm like, I want my dress.
And he said, don't worry.
He's like, we're getting you your dress.
Right,
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I remember at the time my dad had gotten my dad was a machine shop welder, like an engineer. So he worked in metals, but then he got a side job. It was a Wyndham hotel back then, and it was at Citadel. Now it's a DoubleTree. But back then it was a Wyndham, and he worked there.
Nice.
So I remember he would work banquets, and I remember he was working extra banquets to pay for my 15.
Okay, nice.
Because I decided to have a 15 like 9 months before my birthday that I was turning 15. And if you usually people plan for a 15 for years. Like as soon as you have your daughter, you start planning because it's like a little wedding.
It's exactly.
For Hispanic people, and
it's a mini wedding.
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
now that I work with Jewish people also have a party, like a coming of age party, but it's called a bar mitzvah or a bar mitzvah.
Yeah.
Depending if you're a boy or girl, and their party's at 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I've heard
and
of
I remember when I had my party, it was like my Super Sweet 16 on TV was on. Remember?
Yeah. That
So
show,
I felt
that
like
show.
I was that girl because I had it at the nice restaurant.
Right.
And we got a limo. And
The only
then
thing we were missing was a camera crew.
a camera crew. You know what? I feel like if we would have been streaming back in the day, that shit would have been lit.
Oh yeah, for sure. You would have for sure got put on
At
the show.
a party crew? I would have had a show, huh?
For sure,
It would have
for
been
sure.
Bad Girls Club, for real, back then.
That's funny. That was definitely our era, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, our era.
I don't fight now, but
We keep that shit.
We
keep
used
that shit
to.
cute now.
we used to. We reach in our purse now.
Right. we keep it cute now. None of that ratty stuff.
None of that ratchet stuff no more.
Unless had to be.
No, unless like you have to hand out. Oh, look, I'm a firm believer in some things. You gotta some situations
Right.
require
Right.
violence.
Right.
I don't condone violence.
Not at
I'm not
all.
saying go be violent, but sometimes some people need to get slapped the fuck
Sometimes
up.
you're put in unfortunate situations. you know,
Yeah,
and
some people.
turns
And
out to be more than
yeah, like I've also had to check like my friend that I love, and it wasn't like we're gonna fight. Like I
Right,
had
right.
to literally slap the shit out of her and be like, snap out of it,
Right.
bitch.
Wake
What the
up.
fuck's wrong with
Wake
you?
up. Wake up. Yes.
Act right.
A lot of people need to wake up around here. A lot of people.
In that specific situation, she was like being disrespectful to her mom.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I had to check her.
That's never okay. Never okay.
I usually mind my own business, but she took it too far.
Right,
like
right,
she
right.
took it to the point where like I had to step it up
Right.
for the mom.
She made it exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Wrong is wrong, and right is right.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Good old memory lane. Remember our party crew days?
Party crews, the sad part is they don't even do that
They
anymore.
don't even do that
That's
now. Huh?
crazy.
Remember the party line?
Oh yeah. You can't. That was Party
That
night
was
was
the
before the party
best.
cruise, but that's actually that's all running the same time. That all does run in the same time. Party lines. It was called the Loop.
The Loop.
There was a few
Wait,
different ones, but
Techno4.us.
no.
Were you guys on Techno4.us?
Techno4.
I'm showing my age.
That actually,
I'm showing my age saying that one.
That started like middle school Techno4, and then
yeah.
and then
you know what? I was in middle school, and there was like men that were like
Right,
25 on
right,
there,
right.
and I would lie and say I was older.
Right.
And I knew I was, because I'm like, they're not gonna want to talk to me. I'm like a little ass 13-year-old,
Right.
but I would just pretend, and I'd be like, oh, I'm 17. I'm gonna be, I'm in high school, and I'm gonna turn 18. So you know,
Right.
you look young, but like,
because when you're young, you want to be old so bad.
yeah,
you know?
but also I feel like I developed quickly. Like I had boobs already when I was
right.
like little, so
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't realize like
You did look a little older. You know?
I looked like a little bit older.
Right.
And I didn't mind, and honestly, because I feel like my mom dated older men when she was my age at that time, she didn't think it was bad either.
Right.
Like, oh yeah, it makes, in her mind, she's like, obviously this 26-year-old guy wants to take you to the movies. Obviously, why wouldn't he?
Right.
That makes
It was
sense.
kind of familiar to her.
It was like familiar. It was like more normal.
Normal, right?
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
But now we look back and we're like, oh my God, like even if
Right.
you're 26 going out with like an 18-year-old, we're like judging you. Like,
Right.
why are you doing that?
Things are always different though, as far as different eras, different days. Not that it was good, doing those things then in a sense, but
I'm so lucky I
things are
like
just a little
didn't.
worse.
Nothing happened. I remember one time, like, I told this guy, like, yeah, can you bring me some tacos? I did not know him. I gave him my address. He brought me tacos, and I'm like eating the tacos from King Taco, and he's like, oh, I thought, like, do you like them? Like, I've never tried lengua. Is it good? And I'm like, lengua? You got me lengua? Lengua's tongue.
Why would you bring somebody?
And I was like eating
Like,
it
keep
too,
it-
and I'm like, oh, it's good, but it was good. And I was like grossed out, but it was good. So I just was like, fuck it. And you know what? So weird. Like I had like the swing in my front. Do you remember I had like a swing in the Vicky Street house?
I don't know if I remember that.
Yeah, there was like a swing, and we were sitting in the swing in the front.
Uh-huh.
And like then he just left, and that was it.
What the heck?
And then that was it. Like like it didn't turn into nothing scary. It didn't turn into nothing, but
That's
like
crazy.
I have so many instances where I feel like I could
The
have
things
died.
we shouldn't have been doing.
Yeah, I can't believe I made it. I can't believe I made it past 25. Like I remember like it was part of a Tupac song, living like just me 25 and I'm living like a savage. And I always was like, I'm never gonna make it that far.
We were
like,
living young, wild, and free for sure.
We were
for
wild.
Sure. Living young, wild, and free.
Was
it was just a thing though back then. You know, party cruise. That it was it at that time.
It was it, but it was like, you know what I think killed it was like the fact that like gangs and taggers started getting very violent.
A little bit more too involved with it.
Too involved, fighting, and then they were like shooting up the party, so it wasn't fun. Like they took our fun thing.
They wanted to be at our party so bad.
And they wanted to be at they wanted to be at the party. They were like fighting to get
Which
in
they
there.
were cool. I mean, you know,
they were cool
with us.
But then it would be a problem when like our other homies from the other crew would pull up, and he was friends with he was like really close to like everybody. The one with everybody, but like with the one crew, and I was really close with like the other crew, and these crews would show up to our high school ready to kill each other.
Right.
They would show up with guns, and I remember like I never felt like Columbine vibes. Like I never felt like, oh, they're gonna come shoot us up. Like
I never felt like that. But
I always in my mind knew I was safe because I'm like, I'm not their op.
That too, but
I'm not
I feel
their
at
op.
that time it was a lot of I guess you could say like being rolled up on type of
they would roll up on each other.
That was the thing then, you know what I mean?
And they would roll up deep. One time it was so scary. It was like 50 kids coming, and you think 50 kids, oh, not a big deal, but these kids are coming with like crowbars and like metal pipes and chains, like active. Some of them had guns and shit. Like you're thinking like, how are they getting these things? And again, they're not coming to like hurt the regular kids at school. They're coming to get their ops.
But when it was hot, it was hot.
Honestly, it was like Call of Duty in these streets.
Yeah.
It was like Call of Duty in these streets.
I remember,
and we really grew up like that.
Right. I remember me and Kareem, we were walking home one time, and I remember they pulled over. Like, not even really knowing exactly who we were, you know, just, again.
Asking you who you were, like, hitting you up.
Just being so active and being so hot, and they were just so into wanting to find their enemies, and, you know, they just popped out of the car, and they had rifles, crowbars, all that. They were just ready, you know?
Yeah.
We just were lucky to be who they weren't looking for.
Oh, yeah. I was, like, into, like, doing extracurricular
activities.
Drugs. I would do really bad drugs. I would, like, literally smoke meth. So I got along with, like, both sides because I would go, like, smoke with both sides. But they just thought I was cool. So one time, though, we were dropping off this girl, Kim, with Christian. Because Christian was like really cool with one side and the other side hated him, and he had a Suburban, like a green Suburban with like these brown panels. I don't know if you remember it. They shot at us, and we were little, and we were not like, Christian was gay low key, and like we were like not even affiliated with that, but it was just so to be shot at.
Right. That's crazy.
Mind you, by people who knew us.
Right. That's never fun. Being shot at's not fun.
Sorry, Mom. You were right.
Right. So happens when you don't listen to your parents. Listen to your parents.
Listen to your mom. Your mom knows. Your mom knows tea, and she's right.
Your parents know.
Your parents know.
That's for sure. When you're young, you think you know everything.
Yeah, you do.
That's for sure.
I think when I was young, like my mom's always told me like this saying, it's Juventud Divino Tesoro, which means your youth is precious. Like your youth is precious, and it's here now, and it's gone, and it's never coming back again.
Right.
And I feel like young people don't realize how precious like that part of their life is. They have no idea. So when I see young girls like at the salon, because I'm a hairstylist, so when I do younger girls' hair and I'm talking to them, the first thing that I tell them is like, your young life is so precious. Understand that you're never gonna be this young again. Like this is such a beautiful gift that you're going through to even like get to experience this beautiful life as a child and like enjoy it.
Because a lot of times people are robbed from their youth
without even knowing it.
Right, exactly.
Even us, like with the things that we would participate in, and we didn't realize it because we're having fun. But when we look back, like we had to grow up so fast because we were exposed to this bad shit.
Because the shit we chose to put ourselves in.
Yeah, the shit that we thought was fun.
Right, cool, right?
Like, I had a hard time assimilating when I got out of high school and I went to college for the first time.
Right.
I was having a hard time connecting with other people because now I'm meeting other people from other high schools and I'm like, what do you mean it wasn't like that? You didn't have writing crews? You didn't have a party crew? Like, what did you have?
Right. What were you guys doing?
Oh, you guys just hung out?
That's funny. Damn, high school was a time for sure. Memories that never get back, but that's why we got good pictures.
Yeah, good pictures.
Good pictures, good times. Dang. Well, what else? Let's see. I'm trying to think.
How about you? What's something crazy you remember, like that you barely believe that you made it out alive?
Wow, we don't got enough time for all that, but I can say it's something on the top of my head.
No, you gotta open up. Don't be shy.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of stories, you know what I mean? I'm glad to be here to be able to tell those stories, but yeah, let me see, as far as the party crew days, I mean, getting in cars with people you don't know was kind of a thing then too, you know, just to get where you want, just to get where you wanted to be, or to, like you say, just to leave if something happened at the party.
And it'd be like some random guy that was trying to pick up on like one of the girls, and like everybody's coming out, and they're like, "Who's this guy?"
Right. And I was always with the pretty girls, so you know.
Yeah, Robert had like a whole gang of girls at all times.
Getting the ride was, you know, it didn't come hard, you know, back then, but.
He was pimping. He was pimping. I was pimping.
Yes. But being young and intoxicated and not fully there, you know, it's probably.
What was your party crew's name? Or what were some of your crews?
I was gonna say, I think we started with
Cali Boys and Cali Girls, yeah. And then we were Dime Piece.
You guys were Dime Piece.
We were Dime Piece. That was my crew. DP, Dime Piece in this bitch.
What was your name? Well, no, let's not.
Oh, Smiles. I was Smiles. That's okay. Everybody knows yours. Anybody watching this already knows yours.
Anybody watching this knows my nickname back in the day, but
we'll leave that for another time.
We'll leave that for another episode.
Story.
But yeah.
But if you know, you know.
There's a couple different party crews trying to build up. I think the last one, you know, was the big one, City Fame.
City Fame? Oh, City Fame was rocking for a while.
That was one that was rocking. The one, you know, it was a co-ed party crew, so it was, you know, guys and girls, so it was cool. Made it more fun, you know, bigger group.
And then I was in a crew with Biggie, but I don't remember what his was called. But he had a big ass fucking badge, and I remember it was huge, laminated. It was huge.
Right.
It was like a full page.
What was his party crew? Right. No, we ended up eventually they become 8x10.
Yeah, so literally. We all started with like a little card, and it was laminated, and we had a lanyard, and then you would pull up to your party, and then you would get in for free to your party. And if not, it was like girls free if you show a G. So if you had a thong and you showed your thong, you would get in for free, and if not, it was $2. Yes, and then the boys were $5. And then we would sell NOS balloons. Allegedly, we sold NOS balloons. It was 1 for 3 or 2 for 5.
We would have specials here and there.
We would have specials. We had $20 Phillips all night.
But those were some good times, dude. Good times. Using people's random backyards just to have parties. The fact that people allowed
we used to pay people to let us borrow their house. But then they started cracking down.
They did. But I mean, come on, allowing 15-year-old kids
to throw
house
parties.
Massive house party.
We would pay like $200-$300 for a house for a party for a backyard.
Crazy. It was crazy.
For backyard access.
We hustled that though, you know.
We did. I would love going to parties in Pico, like, you know, the little area where they had the nice houses, the new ones.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? And they would have big parties. It would always be like a Halloween party. And I remember I've never been to another party like that as an adult where it was just lit everywhere. I remember there was this one yard and it was like a car tow yard. Remember? It was like by Carmenita. Like Santa Fe Springs, like that deep East Whittier Santa Fe Springs, like where there's chickens and stuff. Like it was like a big place like that, and it was a tow yard. So I remember they had the tow truck in the front, and the cops like couldn't find it.
Low key, it was low key.
It was low key.
Nice. Remember the warehouse parties?
The warehouse parties were fun. I used to go with Christine.
Abandoned warehouse parties. Shout out to Christine. There we go.
Shout out to Christine. She took me to my first rave at a warehouse.
That's so funny, dude.
Christine's my dog for life.
Right? She's another OG.
Another OG. We should have her on one day.
Definitely. I've known Christine
Before that,
since I was 5, since kindergarten.
Wait, how did you meet Christine?
We went to school together in
elementary
school.
Okay,
yeah.
that's right.
In the hood, yep.
In Nelson, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to after school program together. So, yeah, we've known each other for a long time, long time.
That's so sick.
Yeah, we should definitely get her on. Definitely get her story. You know.
Yeah, her story's a good one too.
Right.
We have some times to talk about with that one.
Okay. Literally. Let's see. What would we say after high school? What about after high school?
What about after high school? After high school, I went to FITM.
Okay.
But so right after high school, I went to beauty school. My mom made me, because I didn't sign up for any colleges, even though I had really good grades. I just didn't sign up. I don't know what got into me. I didn't want to go. I wanted to take a year off, and my mom laughed at me.
That would have been cool, but
my mom, that would have been cool, but my mom laughed and was like, "No."
Right. I went straight to community college, so right after high
school. So she made me go to beauty school. She forced me. I didn't. So now I'm a hairstylist, and people are like, "Oh, your passion." It's not my passion. Okay. It's really not my passion. It's my job. It's my work. I love it. I enjoy it. I'm good at it. I've always been good at it, but it was something that my mom was like, just do it.
Okay. Yeah.
Just do it. You're good at it. Just do it. Go do it. There's nothing to it but to do it. So I went, and then after that, I started working in the hair industry. I remember I got a little job at Supercuts.
Okay.
And
that's cool. And then, damn, I'm proud, because imagine where you're at now. That's crazy.
I started at Supercuts.
Shout out
Supercuts in Whittier, in Uptown Whittier.
Nice.
I got fired.
Well, shit happened.
I was always late. But at the time, my boyfriend's dad didn't want me to work. He wanted me to stay home with him and just kind of babysit him, I think.
Okay.
Because I remember when I signed up for FITM, I'll never forget this. If you're fucking watching this, I fucking made it, bitch. He was like, "Why are you gonna go there? Why are you gonna go there? You're gonna go do that? You're gonna go do that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go do that."
Hater, dude.
Hater. He's like, "You really think you're gonna go and do that? You're not gonna do that."
We need uplifters.
Bitch, I've been on TV doing that.
That's right, doing that. Exactly. She's doing exactly that.
But yeah, so after that, I just kept, even though I went to college, I kept doing hair.
Okay.
And hair's taken me so far. So now I work in Beverly Hills.
Nice.
I've worked on TV. I've got to travel with it. I got to be on a Real Housewives of Miami.
That was awesome.
That was so much fun.
Experience. Yes, love seeing you doing that. That was real big for you. I love that.
I've just got to do so much. And right now, I'm back in school. And I'm actually on Dean's List honor roll. I'm in a community college. And I'm studying psychology.
There you go.
Yeah, life is good right now.
Nice.
See, bitch, I fucking made it.
She's doing her big one.
Yeah.
I did community college, tried it here and there.
What did you study?
Well, right after high school, it was just general ed. General ed, just to, because I was just to go to school, to do it. And of course, I was just too busy.
It was just like high school extended, right?
It was, unfortunately, it was that situation. And I was just caught up. I was just caught up doing
high school shit.
Yeah, when you come out of high school, you're exactly. You're still doing high school shit. You're still doing immature shit. You know what I mean? And you're still in just a set of mind. You know what I mean? Having fun and because you're out of high school, you think you're so much more free. You could do so much more, which you can. But then you kind of get it out of line with what you really should be doing.
Yeah.
So that was my fault. Unfortunately, I was just having too much fun.
How far did you get?
Got caught up in the game. Like I said, I went to a few community colleges actually. The main one was, I was going originally for graphic designing. Okay. That's what I originally wanted to go to college for. Mm-hmm. So I was going to LA Trade Tech, and I actually really liked my experience there. The staff, the people, the students, the people I've met there too. My classmates, just the whole vibe there, and that whole chapter of my life was real cool. I liked it.
Did you finish?
Unfortunately, I didn't.
How far? What do you have left?
I probably went about halfway there, actually. Yeah,
Would you finish?
But Well, maybe. You know, it's a good. It's still good and it's still fun to do
How
because
many
I do it
years
on the
did you do
side.
it?
So, as do what?
School. How many years did you go to school? Over 6?
Well, but not consecutively. Probably about that, but not consecutively. I kind of took breaks here and there because I went to about two different schools, maybe no three, maybe like three different schools
You
trying to do it.
you qualify for the Pell Grant.
Okay. Hey,
You
I'm
qualify
not
for the Pell
opposed.
Grant. You can finish school.
Not opposed to going back to school. Heck yeah,
I have a
you
full
know.
ride currently.
Nice. Heck yeah. No, I definitely recommend. You know, if you have a chance to go back, you know, that's cool. You know, right now I'm, like I said, you know, going from that and
It's a bit no, honestly though, that's a big commitment and don't feel like you have to go back to school. I'm just asking because
yeah.
I'm
Well, because
curious.
everybody has different paths, you know.
But there's some jobs that you don't need to go to college for. You can learn
Right.
on the field in the field, and I
Right.
would recommend that you do it that way or do a trade school.
Right.
But like for sure the big ones are if you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a lawyer, and those are the two things that I like and I'm interested in.
Right.
Honestly, what I realized is my passion is learning.
Nice.
My true passion is learning, and it's because I want to know everything.
Right.
Because I'm nosy and I want to know. I want to know.
You want
I
to be
want to know what the
knowledgeable.
fuck
That's
is
cool.
wrong.
That's cool though. You want to be knowledgeable of a lot of things.
Of
That's
all
cool.
things.
Yeah, of all things. There you go. Exactly.
And I just feel like I don't know enough.
Okay.
I don't know enough.
But that's
Like
good,
how there's
though.
so much to know and I
Right,
don't know
right.
it. So I need to learn. I need to hurry. Like I only have so much time to learn all of this.
Yep. We're all on borrowed time. That's right.
Yeah,
You know.
so that's what I've realized, and honestly, I'm like really lucky. I'm living like such a prayer. I'm living my prayer. Like I always wanted to be like a student again and just
Okay.
like do it
Just to
for the
redo it again.
love and like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to like I said learn again, but
Right,
like
right.
to have the opportunity to be able to do it right now and like
Right. And because you know your mindset also changed a lot. So even if I were to go back to school right now, I would say I would most likely have a better chance of doing it now because my mindset's totally different. I'm not doing
you
half
would
of
have
the
more
things
interest
you
in
know,
it too.
right. Exactly. I would have interest and just a goal set in mind. You know, back
And
then
you're more mature.
Right. And maturity has a lot to do with it because back then I wasn't worried about none of that. I was just in the streets. You know.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm really lucky to have like a partner that supports me through that stuff because
right.
it's really hard if you have a partner that's like jealous of you or like doesn't want to see you win or like doesn't want the best for you, you know? And I'm really lucky to have a partner that like respects that I want to go to school and isn't like talking down to me like people in my past did were like, oh, why do you want to go do that, like because
or
I
even
want
have a
to
or even have a plan of his own for
me,
you.
yeah, instead of like
because
people do that,
right exactly, and you're a leader, you know what I mean. You don't follow on nothing, you know. That's cool. You always been real independent like that. That's a real good trait for sure.
Thank you.
Definitely strong, beautiful, strong woman. always been. It took a lot to get there, you know.
It took a lot. But
sure.
honestly, I feel like I've always been like pretty strong and
Yeah,
stuff.
definitely.
Even though like I'm a crybaby, I cry for everything. Like
That's
if you
right.
tell
So
me
I'm a
no,
Pisces.
if you tell me no to like no, like I might cry. I might feel like why the fuck would you say that to me?
Right. No, I feel you. I'm a Pisces. I'm an emotional gangster.
But I feel like I'm strong. I feel like I could go through anything, and I feel like I've overcome so much.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely.
Like when I talked about addiction earlier, like I overcame that with just God.
And that's a beautiful thing.
With literally just God.
Because it's well, I don't want to say that, but it's good for you to be able to say that because a lot of people don't make it out of it, unfortunately, to be able to have a beautiful story.
Or they need like rehab, and not that rehab is bad. Like if you need rehab, like
whatever it takes.
It takes. But like I'm really lucky that I didn't need that. And when I chose to stop, I remember I was living with my ex at the time, and I told his dad I wanted to go home, and he was like, "Are you sure?" And I was like,
"You
guys
were both using?"
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I told him, I went downstairs and I was like, we've been using and I don't want to do it anymore. And he was like in denial. And I was like, your son won't stop.
Oh, okay.
And I told him I want to stop and he doesn't want to stop. So can you take me home? And he's like, really? And I was like, take me home.
Damn.
And my parents were in Guatemala. So when I went home, I went to a home alone, and my parents had just left maybe like the day before, and they were going to be gone for 2 weeks. So I was literally in the depth of my solitude, alone, battling this shit. And I just like did it.
Right. And that takes a very strong-minded person very strong-minded person.
I just did it, and I had, and it wasn't like, oh, I dabbled here and there. Like during that whole relationship, that whole almost 2 year span, we used every day.
Wow. Wow.
Every day we used, like Christmas, birthdays, holidays, every holiday, any holiday, fucking President's Day, like we did it.
Double used
it for president. Yeah.
Right.
So, and before that I used too when I was in high school. So like for me to finally be like, okay, like I'm really gonna stop now. I'm not gonna do this anymore.
Right, exactly.
Took a lot.
It does. It takes a lot. Trust me. I
understand
cold. Addiction, not so much on my end, but it's just growing up, or being around it, and personally, as far as family and things, friends, the addiction's definitely not a fun ride.
It's not, but you have to want to stop.
Yeah, exactly. It's unfortunate that you can sit here and want everything and anything for somebody, but if they don't want that for themselves, unfortunately, it's a dead end.
Another thing that I've learned right now that I'm studying psychology is a lot of people are sick.
Yeah, right.
A lot of people are sick, and they close down the mental institutions, which I think they need to be open. There needs to be more professionals available to help people.
More resources for them.
More resources for them, because it's not fair.
Nope.
Like they're home. Like a lot of people that deal with this are homeless, and it's not fair that we're just like, oh, let them be homeless. Like, no, what do you mean just let them? That's not better for them.
Right.
They need help, and they're out of their mind, literally. Yeah. Like they need somebody to help them get better.
Right.
And be better.
Right. They need something. They need like someone to start like.
They're like self-destructing, and it's not right to just let people be on the street. I don't think it's right.
Structure. That's what
they need structure.
They need
and
structure.
When
sure.
And
direction.
And direction, but because of what I've been through, I'm kind of cold, because I'm like in my mind, I'm like, if you wanted to, you would.
Right. Yeah.
And since you don't, I don't feel bad for you that you're in your path.
Right, but sometimes, I can understand.
But that's 100%. Just me, because I walk my path.
But I was gonna say, I can feel that with 100% what you're saying. But then sometimes I think, people are like you say, well, if you don't give a fuck, then I'm not gonna give a fuck. Like, well, sometimes maybe we should be better and think why and how they got to that point.
But some people
act
are
like
sick.
That and not give a fuck.
No, but some people are sick. They don't know better.
Right, mentally.
So those people need help.
Yeah, exactly.
However, for the people that are like me, that are just continuously choosing that, get the fuck up.
Right.
Do something. Change.
It's out there.
Hey, I like to do what I like to do. I love to smoke weed.
That's right.
Does that mean that I'm gonna lose my whole life to smoke weed?
No.
Absolutely not.
Right.
And do I get fiended out at times? Yes, the fuck I do. I feel like I'm a freak out sometimes when I'm having a meltdown, and I'm like, I wish we could smoke, or I wish.
Right.
And
exactly.
I'm not saying I'm perfect.
No, by far. No,
but like.
I indulge,
You keep going.
Yeah, exactly. You keep going. You keep going. You don't
put
let
yourself first.
You don't let something define you.
You don't let something define. You don't let what you've gone through define you.
Exactly.
Because you have the choice and this is the biggest lesson that I learned from going through that, is every day you get the choice to wake up and make a new decision. Right. And if you want to kill the old you can, and you could be a brand new you every day.
Exactly.
You could literally murder the old you
from one day to the next.
From one day to the next. Like within, like it's midnight, boom, close our eyes, we wake up, like. Yeah.
A lot of times, I think a lot of people just need to learn to choose them.
Yeah.
You need to choose yourself.
You need to choose yourself, bitches.
Whether you think you want this, you think you deserve that, or not that you might not deserve something.
What do you mean by that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Not maybe so much as like deserve something, but I don't know. I'm like, I don't know.
Don't be shy. They want to know what you know. Maybe they feel the same.
No, I don't know. I don't know how to say what I was saying.
I could just say that I feel like people just gotta do what's best for them.
Right. Exactly. Well, okay. Yeah. Exactly what I was kind of going for at the end of the day.
And sometimes you gotta be selfish.
Right. Yes.
But not greedy.
Selfish
and
greedy
are two
different things. Right.
Selfish and greedy is different.
But don't ever feel bad for doing something that's better for you.
Mm-hmm. Even if it means you have to drop your old folks or like your friends, like if
anybody.
I've cut ties with a lot of people.
Anybody
could get cut.
Nothing should come above what you.
It doesn't matter if I've known you since I fucking graduated high school.
Right. I mean, everybody has a past, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, again, choose you, because at the end of the day, that's all you got is yourself. You know, everything else will fall in after that. You know.
Rob, have you ever been to jail?
Uh, that's a good one, actually, because you know what? Yes, I have, actually.
Really? Oh my God, jail's so scary. Did you like it?
Fuck no. I don't. Who likes jail? I don't think. Well, actually, that's
Boy,
sorry. I was gonna say that's a stupid question.
There's people who love going to jail to see their homeboys.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Family and friends.
Okay, so back in my old life, back in my other life that I lived earlier in my life, like we would hang out with like gang members and stuff, and they would go
With
catch a case to go back to bring in some stuff.
Yeah.
In their what do they call it? In their coin purse, they would take stuff. Yeah, they would take stuff back in, and they would make money to go in. They'd visit their homies that were in there, and I'm like, what do you mean? How do you know which jail you're gonna end up at?
It's because that's just a lifestyle for people.
It's a lifestyle, huh? And it's cool.
Yeah,
because I remember thinking back in the day, like, oh, so cool, they're going to jail.
Right. It's an attraction.
Jailbirds.
It's an attraction for some people, especially me personally. Coming from that, it's
glamorized, right?
It's very glamorized and it's very attractive.
It is,
especially when you're young and all you're into is doing the wrong thing,
or like you've seen
gangsters
like the older
do wrong things. You know,
yeah.
Gangsters do crazy shit. Gangsters do this and that. You know, they do what they want. So when you're young, that's kind of the crowd you kind of
to get the wrong idea,
right? But yeah, definitely could be an attraction for some people, and that's why I mentioned, you know, as far as like even the whole going back to after school, just being caught up in the streets and being caught up with just the wrong stuff and just partying in general, just being a big time partier, you know.
Wilding.
Wild, wild,
Sometimes you gotta shake ass.
But sometimes you got, there was a lot of ass shaking.
You gotta shake that ass.
a lot of that.
Sometimes you need to shake ass.
Oh yeah, sometimes for sure. Yeah, definitely. Been a good run though, for sure. But yeah, I have been in jail though. Back to that, yeah.
Really?
Unfortunately.
Wait, what'd you do? Do you want to talk about it? Was it alleged? Was it factual? Did it happen? Is your case closed? Can you talk about it?
My case is closed. I could talk about it. But I might want to save that for another episode.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing bad, nothing out of the norm, you know. But we'll say
some standard issues.
Right. Just, you know, yeah. I was just unlucky. Like some people go a long time with, you know, getting away with certain things. Stuff. I just wasn't lucky as far as, you know, I got caught up sooner than later, you know what I mean?
Shit.
So, which is actually, to be honest, dude, it's crazy to say.
Was it a wake-up call?
It was, but it was a blessing too, because, I mean.
Did that make you slow down?
Because I possibly, sadly to say, would I have stopped? You know what I mean? Like doing what was it gonna take? What was it gonna take to stop doing that to get in trouble? You know what I mean? Like,
did anybody get hurt?
Unfortunately, nobody. Fortunately, yes.
Okay, nobody got hurt.
Nobody got hurt. You know what I mean? So that's always a blessing in itself. But yeah, it was definitely a wake up call. Definitely a wake up call. You know, and it's unfortunate that it did set me back. You know, a long time. It did set me back 100%. So that's why. Chill and stay straight out there. Don't be doing no crazy shit, people. It ain't worth it. You never know what your life could just go from one day to the next. You know what I mean? And just having to rebuild as a grown adult. You know,
it's so hard. But can I tell you something? If you can bounce back from losing everything once, you could do it again.
Right. That's for damn sure.
You could do it again.
And I'm in a better place now. You know, as far as. I have just landed a new job not too long ago, you know, so right now
congrats.
Thank you. I'm in a good mental place, a good physical place, and, you know, just a good space as far as work, you know, and just wanting to climb that ladder, and I'm in a good place to.
You feel like you could grow?
I'm going to definitely, no questions asked, I'm definitely going to grow there and definitely going to just take on life because it has a lot to offer there, you know.
That's
so
good.
I'll be able to be good, be up and be good, you know.
Okay. Is your new job in person or is it online?
It's in office.
Oh, okay. Do you like office?
I do actually. I do. It's actually my first office job actually.
You're an office baddie? You're an office siren?
I'm a corporate baddie now. That's right. Yes.
Love that. High five.
It's a different vibe, you know.
Wait, so what's corporate life like? I've never had a corporate job.
It's kind of funny.
What do you wear?
It's kind of funny because it's kind of what you see in the movies a little bit.
So do you feel
but
like
not
The
so,
Office?
but not so like perky and shit. You know what I mean? Not so.
Like kind of bland.
Yeah. No,
like not exciting. Like not
no,
a movie.
well, it is exciting because anywhere, like any job, there's always some
Is there
shit,
tea
some
in your
shit going
field?
down. There's always tea,
Okay.
departments and all that,
Okay.
but it's interesting and it's I've always loved working with different dynamics of people, very like different walks of life. You know what I mean? I'm very open minded. I'm friendly as can be. I've never had an issue adapting wherever I go. It's never been like a hard thing for me.
I feel like people love you everywhere you go.
Thank you.
You're very
Thank you.
kind.
I've always had a good
You're
aura,
kind
good
and
aura,
warm, good aura,
My
good
aura,
vibes.
my aura will always speak for itself. I can tell you that.
Period.
You know what I mean? I get love everywhere I go.
You're welcome everywhere.
I'm welcome,
Yeah.
everywhere I go. Yeah, but yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I'm happy. I'm
good.
happy and I'm good where I'm at.
Okay,
I'm good
that's
where
awesome.
I'm at right now.
That's awesome. I love that for you. I feel like I'm growing a lot too right now. I took the summer off because there was no school. I mean, well, actually there was summer school, but because I'm going to graduate, I'm going to get my associate's degree next spring.
Okay.
I only have enough credits to take for 2 semesters.
Okay.
And if I want to be full-time so I could get my full-time scholarship, I have to be full-time in the main semester. So that's in the fall and in the spring.
Oh, okay. Right.
So I'm not taking summer school and I'm not taking winter class because those are shorter.
Right.
And if I take classes, I'm not going to be full-time and I'm not going to get full-time status, so I wouldn't get paid the maximum amount.
Right. Okay.
So I strategically planned that out. And I also had like extra units, so I took ballet.
Nice.
So I've been taking ballet, and it just heals.
So I was gonna say something a little different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, something a little different, something to be like
soothing.
To be soothing, but to be like in motion, like
right,
for
exactly.
wellness.
Right, absolutely.
But it heals little me, little Adriana. When we do like the end of the class where they have us,
kind of therapeutic for you, you would say?
Yes.
Okay, that's beautiful.
And
I love that.
I'm glued to my phone 24/7, like we all are.
Like most people.
But like when I go to ballet, I'm not on my phone, it just I feel like little me.
Okay.
I feel like little me, and I just like don't think about anything, and I just dance.
Okay.
And it's so much fun. But I will say this one girl who's in college too, I posted my grades. And when I had posted my grades, it was like the first grade. So like instead of it saying ballet, it said elective.
Okay.
And you know what she told me? She's like, "That's cute. You have an elective. We don't have electives in my course, in my nurse course." And in my mind, I'm like, "Bitch, because I'm gonna be a fucking doctor. That's why. And you're gonna be a fucking nurse."
And how about you?
God bless the nurses, but you're gonna be a nurse, and I'm gonna be the doctor.
Right,
okay.
Right.
Don't ever try to tell me I'm taking a little elective, bitch, because it's 4.0.
Right. Nurses are the best. Nurses are the best. I gotta really
God bless the nurses. No hate towards the nurses. It's just like, don't try to tell me my little
shout out to the nurses
shout out to nurses, but
I got a real bestie out there that's a nurse.
Oh yeah, you do. Yes, and I know her.
Yes,
and she's a real one.
Yes.
Yeah, it was just that specific student trying to throw shade on my little elective, like it's not important for my overall wellness. Like, don't talk down. Let's see you in ballet, bitch. Let's see you fucking do the moves.
But never worry about the next bitch.
Yeah, and don't worry about me what I'm doing, because like I said, and I didn't even, and I could have been like, yeah, like I said, like, yeah, I am gonna be a doctor. That's why, bitch.
Right.
That's why. But I didn't. I was just like, oh, thank you. You should try it.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know what to say.
Right. Get an elective sometime.
Yeah, get an elective, sis. I don't know. Join a gym.
Get a hobby besides worrying about someone taking an elective.
Honestly,
that has
if you're
nothing
worried
to do
about me,
with you and your plan.
If you're worried about me, make sure you have no neck dirt. If you're worried about me first. If you are worried about me, make sure you have no neck dirt all. Like you scrubbed.
That's so funny. That's hilarious. But how about we talk about your, like you mentioned a little bit earlier, your
Oh.
experience on TV?
Oh, you want to talk about my experience on
Because
TV?
I just thought that was I
Yeah.
just thought that was such a beautiful thing for you because, like I said, you like anybody else, you
Okay.
started from the fucking bottom,
Bottom.
and girl,
Girl, can I
she's
tell
been
you?
at the top. Let me tell
Girl, can I
you.
tell you these bitches was stealing my clients? Oh, they
I
was
believe it.
stealing my clients.
I
Okay,
believe it's
so
a dirty game out there,
so
though.
there
You
was
know.
this. So I was working in my first big Beverly Hills salon, and this is pre-pandemic. It's 2018. Even before that, it's like this started like 2016. And there's this one bitch, and she's the self-proclaimed manager at the salon. Mind you, we're all independent contractors. Nobody can legally be your manager.
Okay.
When you're a hairstylist, nobody could be your manager. Nobody's your boss. You're an independent contractor, and you set your own hours, time, prices, everything.
Okay.
You buy all your own tools, and you pay for your own shit. And nobody gives you anything. You have to pay all your own shit by yourself.
Okay, right. It's your own ride. You're on your
Your
own.
own. You're on your own. You ride your own wave. Like there's
Basically,
nobody
there you
borrowing your shit. You're not borrowing somebody's shit. You have to
Right.
have your own stuff.
Yeah.
And this bitch was like, I'm the manager. Okay, fine. Be the fucking manager. So on Mondays, she would work as the front desk and she would fill her book with all the clients. And my clients would call and be like, oh, can I get an appointment with Adriana? And she'd be like, Adriana's busy, but we could put you with Jackie. I don't
She
care.
don't want
Fuck you,
Jackie.
bitch. That's her name. And she
How
would
much
like
she
book
want
her,
Jackie?
and she would like book herself all the clients.
That's
But not just to me,
wild.
to everybody.
Oh, okay. So
But mostly me because she hated the
I
fact
was gonna
that
say it
we
was a
both
personal-
came. So we were both from the 562. They were from Downey, and she
Okay.
was Mexican. I'm Mexican Guatemalan,
That's
but she was
crazy.
Mexican American. And I'm not racist. I don't care. Spanish is my first language, and when I was
Right,
little,
right.
I would get made fun of for being paisa.
Because you're a little güerita too.
Because I was güerita, and they would be like, "Oh, you're a paisa," and I'd be like, "I don't know. My mom's
like,
just
okay.
Guatemalan. Like, I don't care. I don't care, and I don't know."
That works.
And I remember she hated me because I didn't try to act white.
That's crazy.
I didn't try to like code switch and be white and be
Right,
like,
right.
no, like if shit be like that, it be like that. Like people like that.
Right, exactly.
People love that. Are you kidding me? So I
And
was
you're
like
being
giving,
yourself,
I was
you know?
giving Adri from the block, and she hated my guts because I didn't have to pretend. I didn't have to pretend like I didn't smoke weed. I didn't have to pretend like I didn't want to go grab a drink across the street while I didn't have a client. Like I just was myself.
Okay.
And people fucked with me, and she hated it.
Damn.
And I remember my clients walking in, and I would be sitting at my chair, and they would be like, they told me you were busy. And I'd be like, oh, they told you I was busy.
Oh,
okay.
damn.
Oh, they told you I was busy. It only took 2 or 3 times for the clients to tell me that to my face,
Right,
where
right.
I had a meeting with the owner, and I was like, from now on, I'm booking all my own clients. So from now on, I want access, backdoor access to do my own bookings.
Oh, okay.
And
Right.
I'm no longer gonna be getting my payments going through you. I'm gonna collect my own payment.
Oh, okay. I
Because
see.
they were also stealing money. They were like stealing tips and like adding a little percentage. So say like, for example, if I was going to do a root touch up that was $120, we were going to split it 50-50, but then I was buying the color too. So I'm not getting 50%. I'm
Right.
getting less than 50% at this point.
Right. Exactly.
And they would like take a little bit more off
cut,
the
more
top.
cut, yeah.
Exactly, where I'm buying the color like, you shouldn't be taking the color like that. Like you shouldn't be taking that. So eventually I caught on, and I was like, no more. No more.
Yeah, you got to put a stop to that, because if you allow them to do that, they're just gonna keep doing it to you. You know what I mean?
So this is August before the pandemic, 2019 August.
Okay.
I find a place, and I'm like, I'm gonna quit.
Okay.
And I signed a lease for my own studio in Beverly Hills on Rodeo
I remember
Drive.
that. Okay, I remember
on Rodeo Drive,
yes.
bitch,
I
across the
remember
street
that.
from Hermes.
I love that.
And I was so hype, and I got all my stuff. I set up my thing, and I'm popping. I'm in there, and then January comes. They let us open the building.
Right.
I start taking my clients, and then February comes. March comes. March 16th. They shut it down.
Damn.
Pandemic starting.
Right.
And it's just crazy. Like, we don't know what's happening. We're not getting we're 1099s, independent contractors.
Ooh,
We're not
okay,
eligible
right.
for unemployment. I now have this new bill of almost $3,000 for rent on Rodeo Drive because I just got this place where I was busy enough to pay that.
Okay.
I was busy enough to pay that and afford it comfortable. All of a sudden, I have 2 clients. How am I going to pay that and my mortgage?
Right.
Because at the time, I was paying the mortgage at my house in Whittier.
Oh.
So I'm like, how am I going to pay that? Because my dad passed away.
Okay.
So in December, right before the pandemic, my dad passed away. And now I'm taking care of my mom. Because my mom doesn't work anymore. So she's retired. I retired her, and I'm taking care of everything, and my business is closed.
Okay.
So I go from being mega boss bitch, mega boss bitch top dog, to like, what the fuck is going on?
You're right.
But we're all going through this.
Exactly.
Like, it's not just me. Like, we're all literally hand in hand.
You know,
nobody's working.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just hectic. And finally, like, I talked to the guy from the lease, and he's like, you know what? If you want, you can just break the lease. Like, we're not even going to break it legally. I'm going to tear it up. Like, I'll just rip it up, and you can grab your things. And it's like, you were never here.
Right.
And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, like, you're fine.
That's
so he didn't make me pay back any rent or anything like that. And I was able to just grab all my stuff and leave. So, you know, we were at home for the next year.
Yeah.
But then the next year came. So 2020 is over, and it's 2021. And I remember I'm kicking it with like some friends, and it's like around 11 p.m. here in LA. Okay. And I get a text from, I'm just going to say it, from Larsa Pippen in Florida. And she's like, what are you doing, bitch? Like, can you come do my hair? Like, do you want to be on the show with me? And I'm like, what? Like, she's like, yeah, you could be like my best friend that does my hair on the show. And I'm like, are you serious? And I remember I screamed, and I was like with a group of people, and we were like hanging out at a hotel, and I literally I put my shoes on and I left. I was like, bye. And they were like, who fucking drunk texted you? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I just got the horniest text ever from like something that's not even sexual. Like, they're thinking about me at 3 a.m. in Miami.
That's crazy.
In rooms I've never even been in, with people that are going to be on TV. Millionaires are talking about me in Miami that they want me to come.
Right.
I'm going to go pack my bag.
Exactly. There was no having to think about that.
No,
you know I mean?
And I call my mom, and I'm like, Mom, like, this happened. This is the middle of the night. It's like now midnight. And she's like, what? Are you going to go? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, how much are you going to tell her that you want? And I'm like, I don't know.
That's
so, like, I figure out a number in my mind, and then I called her, and I was like, hey, so you really want me to come? And she's like, yeah, you want to come? I'll book your flight right now. And we like negotiate everything. She's like, pull up. So I remember my mom bought me 2 giant suitcases, and I filled them up with makeup, hair stuff, everything that I could think of that I would possibly need. All my fucking shit from Fashion Nova, every like little trendy thing,
all the fits,
everything, like every little fit, any tiny like bikini, anything that I had like in that suitcase, and I was out.
That's right.
I was out, and when I got to Florida and I did all of that, and I just literally felt like right here in my arm, I have the Psalm of David. And this is the promise of God, that he's going to feed you in front of your enemies. He's going to prepare a table for you so that your enemies could watch you eat. My enemies that were taking food out of my mouth. My enemies that were telling my clients that I was busy when I was not, so that they could take my money directly out of my pocket. Like, that's food out of my mouth.
Exactly.
Those people got to watch me eat on national television.
That's right. As they should.
Those people, and that's my testimony. God gave me He gave us all the promise, but I believed it in my heart, and He delivered it. And I get the chills because He really did that. He really did His big one on that. And all those people literally just sat back and twiddled their thumbs. They couldn't work. They were so fucking greedy, so fucking money hungry. Guess what, bitch? You guys were starving out here because you guys couldn't open shit in Beverly Hills because California was closed. Florida was open. We were outside. I was partying on fucking yachts.
Yep. And God don't like ugly.
And God don't like ugly, and y'all are ugly as fuck for that shit. And in person, from your face.
True that.
I don't feel bad for being mean, because y'all never felt bad for being mean to me.
Right.
And y'all could suck it.
Right.
I'll never forget that.
That's sad that people can even be like that, you know what I mean?
I'll never forget
Instead
anything.
of just being, everybody just helping each other out.
You know what? Like, I forgive y'all, but I'll never forget that.
True that.
And God gave it to y'all.
Because you're better than that, you know? Exactly.
That summer, not only did I get to be on TV, I got my first cover of a magazine where I did the hair and makeup. That was People Magazine. I got People Magazine.
I thought it was Bizarre.
And I also got Harper's Bazaar, which is the biggest fashion magazine in the whole fucking world. And I have a cover.
Nice.
And the cover was in August of 2021, and my birthday is in August.
That's true.
I ate.
That's right. She says she ATE. That's crazy.
So don't ever play with me.
Don't play with her. Nope, not the one.
Don't play with me.
That's cool. I'm sure that was such
That shit got me hyped. That shit got me hot just thinking about Miami. It was so much fun.
How different would you say Miami is though from California? From
Miami
Cali?
is what
like
California
life, you know?
thinks it is.
Okay.
Because you know how they refer to California as like the fourth biggest economy in the world. So much money in California.
Hollywood.
There's so many homeless people, and the fucking streets are so dirty here.
Right.
It's dirty. Florida's not like that.
Oh, okay.
They don't play that in Florida.
Oh, okay.
Florida's nice and clean.
Okay.
There's some areas that are hood, like where like obviously like Kodak Black is from and stuff. Like those are very hood areas. But like for the most part, like the major cities in Florida are very nice. Well, I got to live in Fort Lauderdale, which is like, I would compare it to living in Orange County and then Miami being LA. Okay. And I live like in Orange County.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and we would drive to.
Well, you know, a few of our rappers that we grew up on were from Florida. You know? Trina.
Yeah, Trina, Trick Daddy.
From Miami, Trick Daddy, you know. I
got to drive like probably everybody's dream cars, like everybody's main dream cars that they think of in their mind. I got to drive them in Florida.
Nice.
So I was like, on the show, this guy was like obsessed with her friend, and he like let her borrow all these cars. Okay. Yeah, so he like delivered a Bravis.
Nice.
Which is like the G-Wagon, but Bravis, and it was like a tan color. So I had never even seen it in this. It was like the dopest fucking G-Wagon ever.
That's wild.
And like that was my car in Florida. I was like whipping it in that car. Okay. Yeah, and if it wasn't that, it was a Range Rover, a white Range Rover.
Wow, that's crazy.
And then I also got to drive the Ferrari.
She said dipping.
I was scared to drive the Ferrari though. I'm not gonna lie, I was afraid to get robbed. One time she was like, Adriana, can you go put gas in the Ferrari? We're taking it. And I was like, wait,
like, you
me?
go put gas.
I was like, wait, like, you want me to drive it? And she was like, yeah, bitch, drive it. Drive the fucking car and put gas in it. We gotta go. Hurry up at that. We gotta go. We're late. And I was like, damn. And I thought I was gonna get robbed.
Yeah, dude. People will be, on some stupid shit. Especially when they see luxury things, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but we're in a nice area. We didn't get robbed. It was really, really nice.
Everybody else there was in the same type of cars at the gas station.
Yeah, literally. The gas station had really nice cars.
That's cool.
But that was a dream that I got to do all of that. And the house was so nice. Like, she lived in Fort Lauderdale. You guys could watch the episode. It's season 4, Real Housewives season 4. And
Housewives of Miami.
Housewives of Miami. She sold the house, but I got to live in it, and the house had like this slide, like a built-in slide in the back. It had like a little golf green. It had an NBA.
It was off the water?
It was off the water, but in the bay. So there was like a yacht would like go through the backyard. Yeah, so we'd be chilling in the pool. Every day I would like walk to the beach. She had a really cute dog, so I got to have like a little, what is it, like a doodle, those doodle mix dogs?
Oh,
what are they called? The doodles? Snickerdoodle, like a golden doodle. She has like a very cute golden doodle, and her kids are so sweet. Like when I was working with her, her daughter was really young, like 12 or 13. She's so sweet. She's literally the sweetest girl, and she's so beautiful. And
that's cool.
they're so kind. Her 3 sons are amazing. So when I see people talking shit about her, I feel some type of way, because like I know them for real, and I'm like, no, these are good people. Right. These are really good people, and like shit that you see on TV, you have to understand that like the producers create the problem, and they feed it to the people and make it big.
It's
same thing like Love Island. Like you guys either like love Huda or love the Andrea, or like I don't really know. I don't watch it, but I see you guys in the comment sections, and I just want you to know it's the producers. It's not even these people.
They have a whole set. I mean, it's a show.
Yeah, it's reality. They have to make it like so you guys like it.
TV.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's crazy. But TV definitely does have a big.
There are some people that were crazy. Like somebody that is actually crazy from the show is Adriana. I'm sorry, Adriana. She's a baddie. She's from Brazil.
I was like, no, you're right because you are.
No, she's the girl that I am. But she's the one that sings actually the theme song for their show.
Oh, okay.
She's actually cuckoo.
Really? Stop. That's wild.
Like bipolar, I think.
Okay.
Like she had screws are loose.
Oh, okay.
Screws are loose.
Well, I got a few screws loose, It's okay. Loose.
I'm mad at it. But they definitely used her screws being loose against her on the show.
Oh, she was on the show.
Yeah, she was like a cast on the show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you guys go back and watch it, I've never watched any of the other Housewives.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with them.
Shows. I actually don't watch any type of TV like that.
No,
like Bad Girls
Club
or Baddies.
Reality TV is
not.
Big thing.
But can I tell you, I just felt like I lived the baddies like fighting stuff, so like I just don't want to watch it as a grown up.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Because I'll really beat your ass about it. Like, I don't want to see fake ass beating. Because I'll really beat your ass about it.
In real life.
And not that I don't want to, but like that was
and everybody has.
You had to like go through that back then.
Everybody has like their preference, you know what I mean, as far as what they like and what they watch. But do shout out to Baddies because that's definitely a show that's popping right now. That's definitely a reality show.
Was Krishan on Baddies?
Krishan?
Yeah.
Yeah, Krishan Rock?
Yeah.
Yeah, Krishan Rock was on Baddies. Of course she was on Baddies. She was actually on
I would like to beat her ass.
7th.
Just kidding, Krishan.
I was like, I don't know if you want to play with Krishan, but she gets in the field.
Well, she my size though. And I be in the gym.
She gets in the field though.
And I be in the gym.
I give her that. She's pretty rowdy. She was a big one on the show.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't like to see her antics. I don't. I don't like to see like her mistreating her little baby, and I don't like to see her acting like that. Like I don't like that's somebody that I look at and I'm like, come on. Like if I could do it, you could do it. Don't be like that.
And especially when you have all the resources.
And you have resources and you have a platform and you can pop out. You could do a whole transformation like how you walked into the soft life with God. Like you don't have to try to make rap gospel, bitch. Nobody wants to hear that shit. You want to rap? Be yourself. Be yourself. I'm sorry. I'm never flicking on the rap gospel. I'm not. I love God.
I'm not big on the gospel rap.
No, I love God. I love him for real, but like that's not my
fine.
tea.
You don't, exactly. It's not your flavor.
That's not my flavor.
I don't even know. I mean, I'm not familiar with gospel rap too much, but I mean, I'm kind of open-minded with all.
I'll like
with
listen
all music,
to anything once, but I just know the stuff.
I can vibe to almost anything for the most part.
Really? There's some music.
I mean, not for long periods of time. You know what I mean? But.
But I feel like you're the kind of person though that just likes most stuff. Yeah, you just vibe. You just find your place in even places that are maybe like not necessarily your place.
Correct. Exactly.
You find yourself.
Right. That's because I identify myself very well.
Okay.
And I think when I walk into a room with my head held high, regardless of whether people like me or not. And I think that makes a lot of people feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But
what do you think it is?
Find yourself.
Be yourself.
Be yourself. That's all you ever got to do. And you keep it authentic and people
gravitate towards you.
Exactly.
I actually like to kind of come off as mean first because then I feel like if you break that down and you get to meet me, then you deserve me.
Right.
Like I have one friend, Vivian. Shout out to Vivian. She's the best. I did that to her. And I remember she asked me if she could use my men's haircutting stuff. And I told her no. And I was like, no, because if you don't have the tool, if you're not ready to do the service, then you shouldn't do the service.
Okay, right.
Which I was speaking facts. And she was like, no, you're right. And then after that, because she told me, no, you're right. And then just didn't catch an attitude about it the next time I saw her and we got to talk. I felt comfortable opening up to her.
Oh, okay.
And her and I became really good friends.
Nice.
And we're still good friends to this
there you
day.
Go. See, sometimes this kind of stuff a little rocky, you know.
I just need to make sure that you fuck with me for real because I feel like I'm a real one. I feel like I'm a real one. I would do anything for my friends. So like I need to like test you A little
Exactly.
sorry.
Right. There's
I've
nothing wrong
just
with
seen too
that.
much. I
Nothing
just
wrong
seen
with
too
that.
much. I've seen a little bit too much.
She likes to check your temperature.
Yeah, I need to check the temp.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong
I
with
need to
that.
test the waters
Right.
before diving in.
Right. She's sizing you up, okay?
A little bit.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. What else could we put on?
I put on.
Put.
I put on. I put on for my city. I put on for my.
Shoot,
Wait, you said you went to a concert?
Oh, this past weekend. Yeah. Oh, this past weekend.
Yesterday?
Yesterday. Went to
They
the
don't know
Wiz.
what day it is, though.
Yeah, true.
They don't know what day
That's
it
true.
is.
Went to Wiz Khalifa. Shout out to Wiz Khalifa, Dom Kennedy.
W's for Wiz.
They were
Oh,
at the-
Dom Kennedy, too?
Yeah.
I love that.
It was Wiz Khalifa, Dom Kennedy, Earl the Sweatshirt, Currency, and
Wait,
Absol.
I have a Currency story.
And every act did their thing.
Oh, that's bomb.
That concert, it's like, that was just a real good put together concert.
Really? That's bomb.
All those artists did their thing. Hell yeah.
Did they do the like good throwback songs?
Hey,
Did they sing you and your friends?
Yeah. That's
you
what
guys
we
think
were.
about me?
That's what we were tripping on, dude.
Wait, did you come with us to Choco's birthday? In the limo?
No, that's the only one I missed. That's the only one I missed.
Gosh, I wish Choco was right here.
That's the only one I missed, dude. I know.
Wait, okay, guys. There was this era of
It
my
was a
life.
legitimate reason, family, but it's cool. But it's okay. That's my dog,
No, you've
I'm
been
allowed
there for every
to-
other birthday.
Yeah. I was allowed to. Miss
You're
it.
part of our family.
I got a pass.
Yeah, you got the pass. It's okay. But that era was like this era where I had this client that worked at CAA, which is like a big talent agency where like Travis Scott is signed to.
Okay.
And she would put me on the guest list for every concert. Even you came with us to concerts, I feel like, at the observatory.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, it was Choco's birthday, and I remember being like, can I have tickets to Wiz Khalifa, me plus, like, 10? And she was like, yeah. Oh, you know what? We took all the girls from the weed shop. So, that's when we worked Tara and I worked at that weed shop, and then, like, we brought all the girls from the weed shop.
Okay.
And, like, Choco for her birthday.
Right. That was my second time seeing Wiz with her, actually. We went to a concert at Long Beach, like one of those festivals,
Oh, it was like outside?
It was outside by the Queen Mary.
I think I went with Brandy to that.
Yeah, me and her went with a bunch of other people. We just went with a
Brandy
bunch of
flashed
other
Wiz
people.
and he saw.
And it was cool, though. It was a cool concert, though.
I remember he looked at us. Yeah, we were freaking out.
He said, I noticed that.
Yeah, he's like, I like what I see.
Right. That's so funny. But yeah, it was a good concert. Yeah, definitely check them out, Wiz, if you have a chance. Dom
so
Kennedy
cool.
for sure. Yeah, good vibe. Good mini trip. It wasn't too far. Just headed down to San Diego.
That's cool.
So it was cool, a little mini trip.
You guys came back today?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Came back today.
Where'd you guys stay?
We stayed at a hotel in Chula. Well, it was in Chula Vista,
Okay.
so we stayed at a hotel in
Like
Chula
nearby?
Vista. Yeah. It was like, I think 5 miles from there.
Okay.
So it was really convenient. Thank God we were able to find something so close.
Convenient.
Convenient, yeah, but it was cool. What was your last concert you mentioned?
I just went to the weekend.
Okay.
I got to go to the weekend's last concert with Doja Cat. Nice. But when we showed up, so last time we went kind of like on Brokey vibes. Well, kind of. We like scalped ticket. We went on like last minute FOMO. Okay. Kind of not necessarily brokey. We just didn't like anticipate wanting to go to the weekend. Like I didn't prepare. Right. Because they were still expensive.
Sometimes
they were still like
$250,
which I think is still a lot for a fucking concert ticket. For anything, like $250 is like a chunk. Right. So that's like $500 for the both of us, and we pulled up. But I know this guy that works security and can get you into SoFi allegedly. He can allegedly get you in to SoFi. So he allegedly almost kind of sort of was able to get us in like the standing area at SoFi. Nice. Okay. And then the weekend's voice cracked and he literally had to cancel the show right there and there in front of our faces.
You're lying.
I swear. And we had just allegedly popped a Molly and we're like all rolling, walking out. Allegedly.
That is terrible.
We're like literally we're like walking out and like he brought his homegirl with us and she's like we're all flopping out. We literally went home and like smoked.
That's
in his room.
Well, they canceled the Wiz concert today. That was in Irvine, and I don't know why. because Thursday was in Inglewood. Yesterday it was in Chula Vista, and then it was supposed to be at Irvine today, but they canceled it. I don't know
Probably
why.
smoking.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that
They probably
area is not too fond of
They probably
those
like were.
those curricular activities.
It depends on the stadium. If it's Angel Stadium, probably. I know Angel
It
Stadium's
was at the
strict.
Irvine Spectrum, or Irvine something. I think it was in Irvine. I'm not sure what facility or
Toyota.
venue is out there in Irvine.
I don't know the facilities, but honestly, it's weird because I remember back in the day, okay, so post Party Crew era, since we grew up here in LA, we had the club scene in LA when it was actually a club scene. And
yeah, when people actually clubbed it, because I heard the clubs are not even popping no more. Like,
no,
I don't know.
we
It's
go
just
out. We go out to this bar over here.
Okay.
That's really close. I'm not gonna say it because then people are gonna know
Right,
what block
right,
I'm on.
right,
But like,
right.
it's so fucking popping, and
Okay,
we always
cool.
we walk there.
Oh, see, and
We get
that's
to
the best
walk.
part.
We're walking
That's the
distance
best
to our
part.
favorite bar,
Exactly.
and it's fucking popping.
That's the best
But it's
part.
a bar. It's not a club, and I get so sad for everybody that never got to experience like like Supper Club or like Empire.
Just the popping
Or like
clubs,
just the
huh?
popping. I can't
Yeah.
even think of them off the top of my
Right,
head.
right,
I
right,
just
right.
remember Supper Club. I remember Playhouse.
Playhouse. Yeah. What was that?
Not Arena.
Oh, that was popping
Arena
back
was
in the
popping
day.
too. I used to go to
That
gay
was
West
younger.
Hollywood.
That was younger.
Like
Arena,
Boytown, and
yeah.
I would go out with my brother because my brother's gay. Shout out to my brother. Love him.
Arena and Circus were the ones back
Circus
in the
was the vibe. I remember we would go
Those
and
are
it
the
was
vibes,
just dance, na 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 na, like Lady Gaga, like it was a vibe. Telephone when she popped out with Beyonce and Telephone.
Almost, like every Friday night we were fucking
Doing
there at
something.
one time, you know.
And I remember my brother got a DUI and he had two Mercedes, not one but two. He had a white one and a red one. And I remember he couldn't drive his red Mercedes because he had a DUI. And guess who was driving the red Mercedes? Me, and I had to drop him off everywhere. So, or like if he was gonna go to the club, I would just go.
Right.
And I would drive.
That's cool.
Yeah, so we had like a whole era where we partied together and would go out together. Or sometimes we would get fucked up at the house. Like I remember we would get a Four Loko, like a OG old school Four Loko.
Okay.
And we would get a tall can beer and we would do half and half of each one.
Okay.
Anna taught us
That's
that.
crazy. I know
And
that's
we would
crazy.
she would hang out with this guy. I don't remember what his name was, but he would call it a sidewalk slammer.
I've never heard
And
of
that this was gonna make you slam your head on the sidewalk, and we were just trying to be lit.
Right,
so we would
right.
do all of that, and we would just have so much fun in our house.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
cool. I like that. That's good times. Good times for sure. Good times. But yeah, like I said, allegedly, as far as the club scene, I mean, just what I see on this. Not that you could believe everything you see, you know, but I see that they say that it's just really dead out there at the clubs and stuff.
The girls
I don't
are
know if
wearing
it's
dirty
true.
Air Forces to the club.
You said they're wearing dirty Air Forces to the club. That's just not okay. I mean,
I get it. I get it if you have like a swaggy fit on and you're pulling the cool girl fit, but like I don't want to see you with your cute dress and your Jordans. I don't want to see you doing that. Shame on you if you're a baddie and you're doing that.
That's funny. I mean, I'm sure.
You could do
I
a
mean, I don't
kitten
even know what
heel,
the
bitch.
style is as far as dressing for clubs now.
Oh,
I mean,
for girls, it's different.
I mean, you know, yeah. We used to just
For
dress
men,
up
it's
for
always
nice,
this. I feel,
right? I was just
yeah.
gonna say it's always been, I think, the same for guys as far
Well, I
as
feel like
dressing
there
up,
was like
you know?
button up era.
Right,
And then it stopped being button up. You didn't have to wear a button up to like the night. Oh, Century Club. And there was this club called Crest. And I remember it was a 21 and over club. And I remember getting in one time and I remember Biggie just gave the guy in the front $20.
Stop. How about, wait, was it called
Because
the
Biggie was a
Heist?
club. Oh, yeah, Heist.
Do you remember the Heist? Wasn't
yeah.
that one called the Heist?
What was the one in Whittier called? Sage? Remember Sage Nightclub?
I do remember Stage, but I'm sorry, it's because I'm thinking
Sticks.
they had an all aged one there. Remember?
Yeah,
No,
and
it
Oscar
was,
de la Hoya owned the building.
It was, what was it?
Remember we went to go see we look so fly. NB Riders, remember?
Yeah,
Remember? That was so cool.
NB Riders. Shout out to
NB Riders,
them.
shout out to them.
They were a vibe. Oh, still are.
I think it's so funny. Like I'll see Jenny 69 like listening to like that.
I can't.
Really, I love her. I
No,
think she's cute.
I like. Yeah, no, I really do like Jenny 69. There's just a lot going on, you know. There's always a lot going on.
What's
I
her
guess.
tea? I don't know. What is it?
With her and the whole lefty.
I don't think that's true.
I just seen it. I think today I was watching something where it said like, she's trying to say it for sure. You know, it's not. But
she was like, she's like, first of all, I don't know why you guys are making, and I couldn't stop laughing because at first I was like, oh my God. Huh? Oh, so I watched this video where Jenny 69 like it was Adam 22 and he was like saying like, oh, did you guys hear that Lefty got caught finger banging Jenny 69?
Right,
And like
right.
immediately when I heard the men, like I noticed that it was the men. I'm like,
Well, see, right, and that's
speaking on women's bodies, but it was so funny because
right.
when Jenny talked about it, she was like, and if I did what? This is my pussy. What are y'all gonna do about it? I fucking died. Because facts, first of all, but another thing is
Okay,
like
Trina,
she knows that like she's bad and she doesn't have to let Lefty fuck her.
Right, right.
Or finger bang her
And
at
see,
that.
and then I heard a different story about a different video of them doing something else. So that's when you know too, when there's just different skepticals out there. That shit's just all made up shit. For the, you know what I mean?
And plus she's
Can't
grown
believe
and it
everything.
is her pussy. And if she want to give it a Lefty, who the fuck am I?
Who the fuck is anyone?
Because I'm not gonna fucking finger bang her. So
Right.
I mean, I don't. It doesn't matter who does it.
But
It's not me.
but shout out Jenny 69. Yeah, she
Yeah,
does
but
her
shout
thing.
out to you, Jenny, because you're that bitch.
She does her thing, you know, and you know for sure she's doing it right because people be hating on her.
People be hating on her.
So she's doing it right. She's doing it right. That's
and
okay.
she's a mom. I love that she's so like honest about her journey being an autism mom.
Right.
I think that's cool, and I think it's relatable, and like she's just a regular person like all of us, you know, having her own problems in her own life,
right,
yet still shining to be her best.
Right, exactly. I agree. A lot of the influencers nowadays, she started off as an influencer, right?
She did. She started off doing like beauty content. I used to watch her beauty content.
That's like modeling, right, too?
Modeling too. Her man would take photos of her. That's how, or not her man anymore, but like her husband.
Yeah.
I think they're separated now.
I heard
tea about him. I heard tea that he was actually flirting with one of her gay homies. He got curious on her. But I don't know. But she's not talking shit about him. But that's why they said that she unfollowed like somebody out, like this guy Alan, and that Alan was the one that was like flirting with her man.
Oh, okay.
But even if he wasn't flirting back, yeah, honestly, that's not cute. And honestly, that's why you're never gonna have your own fucking man. Let me tell you something. God does not play that. And if you are not a good person, you're never going to attract a good person.
Right.
And if you keep trying to fuck other people's man, you're never going to have your own man. You're never going to have your own man. Never.
Never. Exactly. At least not a solid, genuine
You're going to have
one.
some guy that just doesn't take you seriously. You're going to have, what do they call him?
You're just going to have to settle
Hobosexual. You're going to attract a hobosexual like that.
A hobosexual.
Yes, a hobosexual. That means he has nothing.
She's gonna have to settle, you know, poor thing.
Yeah.
Never settle, people. Never settle. Oh well, that was been a good time. Good talk.
Good talk. We'll see you guys again.
We'll see you guys soon. Thank you for joining us. I would say on our pilot.
Yeah.
What's the name of the show?
And again, thank you for joining the
Adri and Rob show.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.